We'll call the meeting to order. I'm calling it a little bit early today because Kevin said I could. But I want to thank all of you that helped me in my quest for a cigar. So your emails, calls, and everything to Bernie Dartis paid off. And I finally got a cigar out of Bernie Dartis. So I want to, my chairmanship is complete with this. The only other thing we got to get, Jason, is that steak dinner from the Corps. But we'll see if that works. Call to order. Roll call, members.
Mayor Carlson. Mayor Dartis.
Here.
Mayor Mahoney.
Here.
Mr. Breitling.
Yes.
Mr. Hendrickson. Mr. Pepcorn. Mr. Ebinger.
Here.
Ms. Kolpak.
Here.
Mr. Campbell.
Here.
Mr. Capitan.
Here.
Mr. Grimberg.
Here.
Mr. Steen.
Here.
And Ms. Morgan.
Here.
Quorum is present.
Very good. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting on May 28, 2026?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the order of the agenda?
So moved. Second. Second.
Moved and seconded and thirded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Move to approve. Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Dartis.
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney. Mayor Mahoney.
Oh, aye.
Mr. Breitling.
Yes.
Mr. Ebinger.
Aye.
Ms. Kolpak.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Capitan.
Yes.
Mr. Grimberg.
No. Just wanted to see if you'd look. Yes.
I'm tired of disagreeable commissions.
Mr. Steen.
Yes.
And Ms. Morgan.
Yes.
That is everyone.
Jason, executive report.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair and board members. So first, as all of you know, with the election, we've got some transition. So we've already started some orientation, and we'll continue that through July. So earlier this month, we were able to sit down with the incoming West Fargo Mayor, Eric Jurdevig, and spent an hour and a half to 2 hours with him going over the project. And then earlier this week, the incoming Fargo Mayor, Josh Boucher. So spent about an hour and a half with him as well. So we're in that process, and then once the city of Fargo appoints their next two members, we'll look early to mid-July to sit down with them prior to the end of July, when they'll be starting up at the next board meeting. So that's where we're at there, and as any organization changes, if there's somebody, even if they're not someone that's going to be on the board or on a committee, but they're just a new member, and you want them to get up to speed on what the diversion is, so that they're more aware, we're always happy to sit down and give them an orientation briefing. The next item is our board retreat. We're looking in September, basically the same day of the week. Last year was the 16th with the calendar change. It's the 15th of September this year. So save the date. We'll have lunch and then roll into an afternoon session for 2 to 3 hours, and then transition from there to a bus tour, and go and hit some of the high points of the project, especially at that point, with the Cheyenne River Aqueduct, Maple River Aqueduct, and some of the other final completion elements that'll be wrapped up. Those, again, save the date for all of you to please put that on your calendars.
You want to repeat the date, please?
September 15th. And again, it'll be roughly from noon to 5:30. And then, then the last thing, again, kind of along with the orientation, we've asked between the city of West Fargo and Fargo to make sure that in their upcoming meetings, as the transition happens, that they make their new board member assignments. I know there's a lot of other boards and positions that get appointed early on. So again, we'll look at who those new appointed members are, and then about 4 months from now, 5 months from now, we'll be in that same position as we come out of the next election in November. That's my update. If anyone has any questions.
Any questions, Jason? I know Josh is working on his assignments, trying to get them ready for the first meeting, so we should have that done for you.
All right, thank you.
General Counsel update, John Shockley. Amendment to the resolution confirming the appointment of members to debris removal and restoration subcommittee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the Diversion Authority Board. You'll recall last month the board formally approved the resolution appointing the membership on the subcommittee. Subsequently, the Wilkin-Richland County JPA had nominated its two members, Mr. Miller and Mr. Hertzgaard. So this resolution is just a housekeeping resolution to confirm the appointments from the Richland-Wilkin County JPA.
Second.
Any discussion or questions? Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Dardis.
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney.
Aye.
Mr. Breiling.
Yes.
Mr. Emminger.
Aye.
Ms. Colpack.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Capitan.
Yes.
Mr. Grimberg.
Aye.
Mr. Steen.
Yes.
And Ms. Morgan.
Yes.
That is everyone.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the Diversion Authority Board. The second item I have for the board's consideration today is a resolution authorizing the release of the preliminary official statement for the subordinated sales tax revenue bonds of the authority. You'll recall, as part of the finance plan, the intent was to issue those bonds this year to provide the remaining amount of the construction financing. There'll be approximately $220 million of construction financing. Part of that is that's been accounted for in your cash budget this year, and some expenses, what I refer to as trailing capital costs that are mitigation related next year, and you might have a few trailing into 2029. They're just related to like the Cheyenne River mitigation project. Given the size of this bond issue, we have a formal process where we're just authorizing the official release of the preliminary official statement. The other part of these bonds is they will refund two smaller bond issues that were issued by the city of Fargo in 2013 and 2014 before the formation of the Metro Flood Diversion Authority as it exists today. And as part of the plan of financing, we'd always intended on refunding those two smaller issues. Earlier this week, the city of Fargo had authorized the Diversion Authority to go ahead and refund those two bond issues. So happy to answer any questions.
John, what is the value of the two bond issues, City of Fargo?
Approximately $36 million currently remains in outstanding principal.
Thank you. Any other questions? Is there a motion?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Again, any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Dardis.
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney.
Yes.
Mr. Breiling.
Yes.
Mr. Emminger.
Aye.
Ms. Colpack.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Capitan.
Yes.
Mr. Grimberg.
Aye.
Mr. Steen.
Yes.
And Ms. Morgan.
Yes.
That is everyone.
Another amended resolution, John, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the Diversion Authority Board. Due to the great efforts of members of the Minnesota delegation, along with the executive director, the state of Minnesota, as the board is aware of, had provided $10 million in funding in the last bonding bill. What assisted that process was the 50-50 match with the Diversion Authority dollars. The city of Moorhead has an opportunity to submit for an additional grant for lift stations number 7 and 11. The recommendation of the Finance Committee, along with the staff, was if, as part of that grant application, if we could have the same policy of the 50-50 match. I think as Commissioner Campbell has noted, that really helped with the process in Minnesota to show there was this extra funds available. And these would become available if Moorhead is successful in getting the additional matching grant dollars. So it's just amending
And
it.
Kevin, how much, and when you're applying for that, how much is that worth? Did you say 2.5 or 5 million?
Well, there's $9 million available, but that's statewide, and so we'll
So
be
you won't get it all,
competing.
but you could get something.
Yeah, so, and again, when we went in, and what really turned the tables for us in Minnesota is when that match came through. that really changed the game for us in being successful with those dollars. So I can't give you a number what it will be, but we'll go for as much as we possibly can get, so.
And Mr. Chair, this is also when it comes to the federal grant application that Moorhead's submitting. It's for a $7 million project, 80%, so $5.6 million is what they're looking to get in federal funding. And then with us then matching 5.6 to assist in covering their other lift station projects that they've got to complete.
So this could, in theory, be another 5 to 7 million?
Correct, yes.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you. Kevin, do you want to make the motion? It's a great idea.
I so move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Lisa, you want to comment on it? Roll call vote.
What's the
please.
money?
Mayor Dardis.
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney.
Aye.
Mr. Breitling. Yes. Mr. Edminger.
Aye.
Ms. Colback.
Aye.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Capitan.
Aye.
Mr. Grimberg. Aye. Mr. Steen.
Yes.
And Ms. Morgan.
Yes.
That's everyone.
Thank you. Whiffy loan update.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Just a monthly update as we're drawing down the WIFIA loan. We are preparing our next WIFIA loan draw. That'll be the sum of $105 million plus or minus a few thousand. We're still continuing to draw that facility down. The board will recall the total amount is $569 million of the loan. And so we're still slowly working down that principal amount, and that is being used to make payments to the developer as they submit it. As has been noted, we had anticipated in the cash plan that we would be receiving the invoicing from the developer earlier in the year. So we are slightly behind on the curve for the payments, not unanticipated, but it did provide us an opportunity with respect to the subordinated sales tax bond that we just discussed. We've been kind of pushing the issuance of that back so we don't have to pay interest on that. So there is some benefit to the authority. So just wanted to give an update. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. But
Any questions? Okay, thanks, John. Core project update. Chris, are you up?
I think Terry's on.
Is Terry on?
Yes, she is.
Terry, are you on?
I am, sir.
Okay, we're ready for you.
Good afternoon.
Thanks.
All right, good afternoon, Chair Mahoney and board members. I'm happy to provide a quick update this month for the Corps. Number one, the diversion inlet structure. As of 15 June, Mayor Mahoney, you should be the proud owner of a very large 3-gated structure, and it would be a great location for a steak barbecue. On number two,
Bernie and I'll be out there smoking a cigar.
all right, good place for that too.
Yeah?
The wild rice, the turnover is anticipated probably in early July at this point. For all of our remaining contracts, embankment construction is progressing in earnest as only 4 months remain of this last construction season. And as you can see from the update, our percent completes continue to rise towards that magical 100% number. One thing I'd like to point out, if you go down to SE5 under number 6, since the last update, the contractor did close Highway 75 on the 15th of June, and that will be reopened the end of July. And the reason that had to be shut down was to rebuild that intersection to dam safety standards, as it'll be holding back water. With that, that ends my update, unless there's any questions.
Well, Tony and I were talking here about when we're going to consider completion. So if P3 is going to be done first or Core done first. So I take from our conversations, probably the Core isn't going to be done for another year.
Define done. We'll still be growing grass, but we're going to be done this year.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Bernie Dardis be my judge of that. So he's going to be the guy that decides if you're done or the P3 is done. So just bear that in mind, Terry. So start lobbying him.
All right. That sounds perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions, Terry? Thank you very much for all your help over the years. I appreciate it. I'll be turning over my position to Josh Boucher, and he can give you a hard time going forward. But thank you for all your help, Terry.
Thank you, Mayor.
Chris, are you up now?
I am up now.
Okay.
Thanks, Chair Mahoney and members of the board. Before I get started with my update, I do want to thank Terry and her team. There was a lot of good coordination to adjust the SE5 schedule, like she just mentioned, to move that schedule into a more amenable time for the producers in the area. That was originally scheduled to be a later work, more towards the harvest time frame, and a lot of good work went in on all sides to get that slid up into that a better time slot. So again, Terry, thanks to your team for working hard on getting that done. Thanks to Justin and his coordination effort with the landowners in the area too, to help get good information to the Corps to help get that decision made. So I just want to pass that thank you along, and that was a very positive move in as far as the producers from what I've been hearing. So with that, I'll step into mine. Just as Terry mentioned, just a few updates on our progress map. One, the DAS, we did move that to completed, as Terry mentioned, anticipating in the wild rice next month. We did have several interim completions, Reach 1, County Road 17 Drain Inlet, and Reach 14, which is by the Diversion Inlet. Those all reached completion within the last month, so those have been updated on the map. County Road 81, they're working on the paving. You'll see that in the drone video update shortly. Wrapping that up here, and that'll be back to fully open here probably within the next week. And then the County Road 16-17 crossing was reopened once it was paved, and that's open and functioning now too. Looking forward, a few of the updates that I wanted to hit on here. The 52nd Avenue crossing is anticipated to be open mid-July. That would denote the last bridge that would be open on the project. SE2B, they're working on getting the 45th Street crossing back opened, anticipating that will be in the next couple of weeks as well. So trying to get roads put back together that we've been working on. Again, the AAB, you'll see a progress update on that in the video, where within the next month or two, we're nearing the ability to start working on occupancy there. So that's a great milestone as well. And then, as Terry mentioned on the SE5, that getting that work done on Highway 75 and getting that back open by the end of July here will be a big help to our producer group. So with that, I stand for any questions on the construction update for the P3.
Any questions, Chris? Yeah, I'm glad they moved that time frame.
Yeah.
Seemed to be a big concern.
Real quick on the safety update, another good month. Again, lots of activity going on out in the field, so lots of opportunities for certainly for some safety issues, but two really minor recordable events, a few near misses. Those were both minor and are being addressed and corrected, but another good safety month, and looking forward to continuing here through the busy time in the summer and fall. So stand for any questions that you might have on the safety update.
Think we're okay here?
All right, and on the P3 report that's in your packet, just want to highlight operations and maintenance. I know we started talking about that in the longer term, but I just wanted to highlight that as pieces of the P3 project reach interim completion, our RVA begins their work on operations and maintenance. So they've already been standing up their tracking software. It's called CityWorks. It's a similar system to what the city of Fargo uses and the city of Moorhead uses for tracking their maintenance activities. They already are doing their periodic inspections as are required in the technical requirements for any elements that are completed. As you can see in the fourth paragraph, they did some bridge deck cleaning this spring. They also did their first round of bridge inspections that are required under both state and our guidelines. And they've been working on, in the middle paragraph, those are all the areas where they've been doing their inspections already. So just wanted to highlight for you guys that that operations and maintenance work on the channel is beginning and underway on the pieces that we have finished, and as they complete them, they will add more and more to it here this summer and fall. So with that, send for any questions on the P3 report update.
Any questions? Got the drone?
Yep, drone video next.
Multiple crossings opened to traffic last month, which means bypass removals and channel plug excavation took place this month. I'm Tom Fuchs, Senior Construction Manager for the Metro Flood Diversion Authority, with this month's construction update. At the County Road 22 bridge, ASN constructors placed riprap and excavated the stormwater diversion channel's low-flow channel where County Road 22 bypass lanes once were. Excavation in this area establishes a functional connection in terms of drainage amongst reaches 4 and 5 of the channel, as well as the lower Rush River inlet nearby. This means rainfall or runoff events for connected watersheds will now pass into and down the diversion channel to its outlet at the Red River. Work continues in the vicinity as crews excavate the remainder of the channel, construct the remaining levee embankment, and complete final grading. Likewise, west of town at the BNSF KO crossing, where train traffic was shifted onto the new bridge last month in both directions, the shoe fly rails are now removed and crews are removing ballast and sub-ballast along the shoe fly alignment. At the Cheyenne River Aqueduct, one of the project's 2 structures that will route rivers over the channel, ASN constructors continued concrete work at the spillway, flume, and the structure's wing walls. At the downstream end of the flume, we can now see the cast-in-place concrete bypass conduits are constructed and extend through the wing walls. This is where bypass flows will return to the engineered channel when the bypass conduits are engaged if needed for future maintenance activity inside the flume. The last remaining H-piles and sheet piles are now installed for wing walls both upstream and downstream of the flume. As formwork, rebar, and concrete work wrap up, wing wall backfill has commenced. Over at the spillway, crews have constructed concrete baffle blocks atop the spillway base, and concrete facing is underway at the spillway's side walls. Work progresses on the Authority Administration Building as well, which will house the MFDA and provide line of sight for project operations. Inside, crews have continued to work on the mechanical and electrical rough-ins with drywall installation, taping, mudding, and finishing following closely behind. We can see the first painting has begun as the building's interior takes shape. On the exterior, crews continued placing metal wall panels and siding at both the main building and the maintenance building nearby. To see more project updates and meet the people behind the project's work, subscribe to the Diversion Current.
Very good. Amy, what's up now?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and members of the board. Just a quick communications update. We had the May construction update go out and get some coverage and also a release on some lane closures on I-29. The last newsletter focused on land management with Eric Dodds, and we had a pretty good open and click-through rate again. The next issue comes out tomorrow and will feature Martin Nicholson. And then with the recognition event, we're still soliciting sponsors, but that's going really well. So we should have a great event in October and hope to see you all there. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Very good. Land management, Justin?
Thank you, Chair Mahoney. This month, I want to give a quick update on the activities. Last month, I didn't have much to report on in terms of successful closing of parcels, but this month I do, as we're getting caught up. Last month, we had 11 parcels among 7 landowners in that upstream mitigation area. To date, we've still only had those 3 trials in Cass County. However, we have our next trial scheduled for the middle of July, which is still on the schedule right now. On the Minnesota side of things, we do have scheduled commissioner hearings in late August as well. And then in light of all these pieces, though, we have 14 pending settlement offers out with landowners currently at this point in time. Additionally, as I noted last month, we do have a lot of parcels that have met agreements, but we're just waiting on those closings. Currently, we have 28 parcels amongst 14 landowners that we are just waiting to get those closings wrapped up over time. That all equates to a lot of flowage easement acres that have been acquired. We're now less than 5,500 that are outstanding. Additionally, as John had mentioned, we have developed that subcommittee for post-operation cleanup and restoration program. We have all the members, and we actually met yesterday for the first time as that subcommittee did introductions, and we began going through the requirements of that post-operation and restoration program, which was really beneficial for that group. And then lastly, we continue to work on that crop loss program. As always, we like to give the visual effect of where things are at in terms of the flowage easement acquisition. The left-hand side is the whole project area, as well as the right side is that upstream mitigation area. Areas in green are where flowage easements have been acquired. In blue is negotiation, and in red is currently an eminent domain. As I noted, we did see a large uptick in our upstream mitigation with the closings of those parcels, almost up a full 2% from last time I reported. Again, broken out a little bit more by those different areas within. No changes except for that upstream mitigation area. As part of the upstream mitigation area, though, we did actually acquire one additional environmental monitoring easement that was identified early on. And then we also break this down amongst the owner groups and the parcels. Of note, I would like for everybody to see that on the upstream mitigation area on the right-hand side, we now have eclipsed 70% of the owner groups that have settled. And then lagging behind that is slightly, just almost at 69% is the number of parcels. So we're doing well on that as well. And then lastly, I always want to give credit for the folks on the lands team who are really helping out with the negotiations, the claim preparations, all the pieces that really allow us to get to the point of settlement. And those land agents are really the conduit that help us get through the process. With that, I'd be more than happy to take any questions.
Any questions, Justin? And we had two outstanding things with two farmers. Have you resolved those as well?
So we have a couple conclusions, I believe, anyways. First, Mr. Askegard, he has received a formal offer with terms that he is happy at for the amount that he was requesting from that contractor. Additionally, I will be speaking with the board today, but I think we do have a path for Mr. Ness as well.
Very good.
Thank you.
Mayor Dardis, Finance Update.
Finance. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Finance Committee met yesterday. Items on your agenda, items 4A through E and items 6A through D were all discussed at the Finance Committee meeting. Bills that were presented for this month were $2,536,069.23. Our net cash position remains at $292,313,797. Also, we, in addition, took care of 3 of the board approval contracting actions. I'm going to defer to Paul Barthol with regard to the sales tax report. Because of timing often with this, it is hard to track specifically year-to-date as to whether or not we're on target, but there has been some improvement in the percentage in both county and city. Paul?
Thank you, Mayor Dardis. Yes, in front of you on the screen is the report. The city of Fargo has put that together. If you notice there, we've had some strong 3 months here at the beginning of the year. Those payments came in March, April, and May, which is typical. We're lagging. We typically lag a couple months behind that. But if you notice, the county growth year on year and the city growth is almost about an average at about 10% between the two of them. So we've seen some good growth early on in this year, but if you note last year we were pretty flat. So it seems to have rebounded, but we'll see how with interest rates and anything else that's going on, summer vacations, Otherwise, we'll keep monitoring it, but it appears that we have caught up. We're on track for what we had projected this year.
Very good. Anything else, Bernie?
I'd move for the finance report be accepted.
Thank you. Other business? Jason?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair. As I had mentioned earlier, today starts the significant transition of the MFDA board with 4 members transitioning this month. Yesterday, we had the opportunity to recognize Mayor Bernie Dardis at the Finance Committee and recognize him for his many accomplishments, on the finance side and his leadership of the Finance Committee. We want to recognize him today as well. He joined the MFDA board within months of becoming elected as West Fargo's mayor back in 2018 and assumed the role of Finance Committee chair soon afterward. He previously worked through his leadership position at the Fargo-Moorhead West Fargo Chamber to ensure the passage of $850 million in funding from the North Dakota legislature. His steadfast leadership has been integral to helping the project maintain a clear financial picture, and we've been very grateful for all of his efforts over the last 8 years. We also want to recognize our outgoing Fargo City Commissioners.
Well, let's first give Bernie a round of applause.
Yes. Yep.
He's always humble, but he loves to be recognized, so thank you.
Also wanted to recognize our Fargo City Commissioners that will be departing the board. Commissioner Dave Pepcorn has served on MFDA board and committee, different committees for the past 15 years. And related to flood control and all things Red River, I've also had the pleasure of working with him as he served as the Red River Basin Commission chair for the last year and a half. We want to thank him for all of his efforts in supporting the FM diversion and flood control for the Red River Valley. Commissioner Denise Kolpak has been on the MFDA board over the last 4 years. One of my fond memories of Commissioner Kolpak was during the 2023 flood preparations, where Cass County, along with the assistance of the City of Fargo and volunteers from the City of West Fargo, were able to fill 200,000 sandbags with over 2,000 volunteers and 4,500 volunteer hours. Commissioner Kolpak was a regular at the sandbagging operation, volunteering and supporting those efforts. And while we are very sad to see Commissioner Kolpak leave the MFDA board, I'm excited to see that our spring sandbagging efforts should come to an end and we'll no longer have to do that. So thank you. And finally, on behalf of the MFDA staff and board members, we extend our deepest gratitude to Mayor Mahoney for his passion for developing and providing permanent flood protection. His work and support of what's become the FM Area Diversion Project began back in 2008. Within a year, he helped see the community through a record flood event in the 2009 flood of record, and his commitment only grew from there. He chaired our MFDA board 4 times during his tenure as the Fargo mayor. His contributions will be remembered for many years to come. We want to thank you, Mayor Mahoney, for all your contributions to the project, and we wish you well. Congratulations. We've got a gift that former chair.
To piggyback on Jason's remarks, I'm going to ask the entire board to come up and stand behind Mayor Mahoney here as we present a token of our deepest appreciation and gratitude.
Can you get us all in? We got a squeeze more? Don't get Bernie on the outside there. I want to make sure he's in it.
On behalf of the entire board, Mayor Mahoney,
Thank you.
thank you.
You got my best picture with the most hair. Lisa knows details. Are you running for mayor? I'm especially excited because you got a gavel in there. I was always asked to use my gavel, but with this group, I rarely had to use a gavel because we were so good getting along. So now we are going to have a little twist here. We're going to executive session, but it's going to be in the Meadowlark room, so it's only one floor up. We'll be going into the Meadowlark room to discuss purpose of consultation and advice from general counsel regarding crop loss claims from Mr. Astegard and Mr. Ness, which are reasonably predictable to involve civil litigation in which the board would be like to be involved. Is there a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mayor,
Moved in second.
you forgot public comment. Did you call for that?
Sorry. Public comment. Is there anybody here who would like to have public comment? Anybody here? Anybody here from West Fargo would like to talk about the previous mayor? Anybody here? Anybody here? I will close public comment. We'll now vote on going to executive session. Was there a motion? There's a motion and a second?
Yes.
I think I can do this by voice call. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Go up there. We're just about ready to go. We'll wait for Bernie Dardis to get here. Dwayne's coming as well. John, could you just perhaps mention, we'll call the meeting back to order. Could you mention the motion you'd like us to state?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. The motion that we are requesting is that the board approve the substantive terms and conditions of the agreement that we went over with the board during the executive session and authorize the executive director to sign the agreement with any changes deemed necessary by the executive director and general counsel.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Dardis.
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney.
Aye.
Mr. Breitling.
Yes.
Mr. Ebinger.
Aye.
Ms. Kolpak. Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Capitan.
Yes.
Mr. Grimberg.
Aye.
Mr. Steen.
Yes.
And Ms. Morgan.
Yes.
That is everyone.
Good. Thank you, everybody. Meeting adjourned, right? We're done. Meeting adjourned. Thank you for all the time I've spent with you. And again, it's one of the boards that we normally get along pretty well. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody's hard work. I think Kevin and I kind of go back to when this thing all started, and I remember when it was kind of a 50-50 bet if it would ever happen, because we weren't sure it ever would happen. And I think Martin can respond to this as well. It's the one thing that stood out every time we went in front of anybody to talk about this project was the fact that the 13 of us got along. Is the fact that we represented our communities and we stood for our communities, but they were very surprised that 2 states, 2 counties, 2 cities could get along. And then we also had some board members who were always optimistic. You know, Tony Grinberg was like this optimistic guy. I can get $300 million for you, Tim. And he got it. So, I mean, it was just kind of crazy stuff that would happen that time. But all the time, Shelley did a great job, different things that happened. But the fun thing for me was no matter who the chair was, we continued to progress. We continued to go forward. And no matter who sits in your seats, we continue to go forward. And it's a tremendous a salute to the group. And I just appreciate everybody who's worked on this project. It'll be one of the proudest things in my life. So thank you very much.